the day's other headlines, the National Transportation Safety Board sanctioned Boeing today after an executive disclosed non-public information in a media briefing. That information was about the agency's probe into an Alaska Airlines door plug blowout. The executive also speculated about its cause. The NTSB will now revoke Boeing's access to investigative information and require Boeing to appear at an investigative hearing in August. In the Middle East, around 20 critically ill children were cleared to leave Gaza today, along with dozens of their companions, in what Palestinian officials say was the first medical evacuation since the Rafah border was shut down last month. Among those evacuated, NewsHour has learned, was 3-year-old Julia Abu Zaiter, who suffers from a rare neurological disorder and whose story we brought you last month. Dozens of parents, meanwhile, bid tearful goodbyes to their children outside Gaza's Nasser hospital. Among them, Kamala Abu Qaik, whose 5-year-old son Fayez has cancer.
Tumors in his body have spread, and we don't know what the reason is. How am I going to leave him? He's only 5 years old. I don't even know where he's going to which hospital. We don't know. Just get on the bus and that's it. It's all unknown.
Meanwhile, Israel carried out another round of airstrikes in Gaza City. Palestinian authorities say at least 7 people were killed. In Bolivia, more than a dozen military officers were arrested today after a failed coup attempt and could face up to 30 years in prison. Army Chief Juan José Zuniga was taken into custody and removed from his post just hours after he led troops in storming the presidential palace. In La Paz, an uneasy calm today as security forces patrolled the streets and supporters of President Luis Arce condemned the coup attempt.
These soldiers who have come here and who want to kill us, who want to repress us, we're not afraid. We will not allow it. We are totally united. Yesterday has strengthened us. The entire Bolivian people are more united than ever.
The coup attempt comes as Bolivia's 12 million people grapple with an economic slump and amid infighting within the president's Movement for Socialism party. International experts have provided new and grim details of the famine in war-torn Sudan. According to Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, or IPC, some 755,000 people will face famine in the coming months. 8.5 million people are already experiencing extreme food shortages. The World Food Programme has called Sudan's hunger crisis the worst in the world. It comes after 14 months of relentless fighting between rival generals. European Union leaders signed security agreements with Ukraine today during a 2-day summit in Brussels. That extends the 27-nation bloc's military and financial aid commitment to Kyiv that began after Russia's February 2022 invasion. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky thanked the EU but stressed that time was of the essence.
And of course, the urgent things, air defense, that is one. And of course, all the packages, thanks to all the partners. What we had, signed it or accepted, but we need them urgently on the battlefield.
Zelensky also signed bilateral security agreements with Lithuania and Estonia today. That follows a decade-long pact signed with the U.S. earlier this month. Oklahoma's state superintendent is mandating that public schools teach the Bible in class. It's the latest conservative push to introduce religion into public education. Last week, Louisiana became the first state to require that the 10 Commandments be displayed in public school classrooms. In making his announcement, Ryan Walters said, quote, "The Bible is a necessary historical document to teach our kids about the history of this country," end quote. The Justice Department announced charges today against nearly 200 people in a nationwide crackdown on healthcare fraud schemes. Doctors, nurse practitioners, and others are accused of filing false claims worth more than $2.7 billion. The alleged scams include wholesalers distributing mislabeled HIV drugs from black market sources, facilities grossly overcharging terminally ill Medicare patients, and the unlawful distribution of millions of Adderall pills that weren't medically necessary. In announcing the charges, Attorney General Merrick Garland said such crimes deserve punishment.
I want to be clear. It does not matter if you are a trafficker in a drug cartel or a corporate executive or medical professional employed by a healthcare company. If you profit from the unlawful distribution of controlled substances, you will be held accountable.
As part of the crackdown, officials seized over $230 million in assets, including cash, luxury cars, and gold. And stocks inched higher on Wall Street today as investors wait for tomorrow's latest reading on inflation. The Dow Jones barely budged, adding just 36 points. The Nasdaq tacked on more than 50 points, and the S&P 500 ended virtually unchanged. Still to come on the NewsHour, a new study reveals infant mortality in Texas spiked after the state's restrictive abortion ban went into place. And as Pride Month continues, Detroit carves out a new international space for queer art.
This is the PBS NewsHour from WETA Studios in Washington and in the West from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at Arizona State University.